Hi, this is Mary from Homemaker's Haven. Today we are in my bathroom and I'm about to put some oil in my hair. For a little while now, I actually, every single time I would go like this, I would get like lots of hair all over my hand. So I started using, it's called Rosemary Mint Scalp and Hair Strengthener. It's oil that I've used. It's not very long, just about a week, but it seems to help me not to lose as much hair. So as you can see, I start with just putting oil like right down in my hair. While I'm putting it in, I'm actually scratching my head with it. Just a little bit, just enough to get it into there. Okay, so then I use this brush. It's like a rounded brush. I use that to kind of help scratch my head. Because it's rounded, it actually goes to lots of parts of my head. You're supposed to massage the oil into your head, which is why I do it with my brush. And I also have this Rosemary Mint Strengthening Leave-In Conditioner. Looks like cream. And I actually just use this to smooth out the ends, like this. And of course, I always put on a head covering. So the first thing every morning is math. As soon as I get up in the morning, my children are usually already working on their math. So the first question I get asked is, how does this work? I get myself a cup of coffee. And then I start figuring out math problems. Sometimes I can actually explain it correctly and they can understand it and they can move on. But my oldest daughter has been struggling with algebra, and algebra seems to be a little bit harder for her to fully understand. And maybe it's a little bit harder for me to teach because it seems like that's one thing I have to continually talk about. I have to constantly try to work on, and now you can come along with me as I try to figure out her math problems so I can explain it to her correctly. So the question that she is actually struggling with is 7x plus 15 divided by 3 minus 2 equals 3 times, in brackets, x minus 2, and then plus 7 plus 2x. So x equals -1. Let's see how she did it. Her answer was x equals 5. So if I look at what she did here, her first step was correct. She did do 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Right here, this is where she messed up. So if you look at this, I can show it a little bit closer. Right there. 3 times x equals 3x, and 3 times 2, she wrote down 2, but it actually equals 6. And right here, when you're supposed to do the two things, if you do one thing on one side of the equal sign, you do the same thing on the other side. Well, this is one equal sign. It's not two different ones, which means here she also made that mistake. So now I can tell what parts she needs help with, what parts she has made mistakes, so I can explain it to her correctly. So this is another equation that she was struggling with. It is 2 times, and then in brackets is 3x plus 1 minus, and then in brackets is 3 plus, or x plus 3 equals 14. Okay, I think I messed up already, so I'm going to start over. X equals 3. So the way I got it was exactly what I was thinking, was because there was this negative and then there was the brackets, you give each of them a negative. So if it would have been negative x minus 3, then it would have been plus 3 after negative x and plus 3. But since it was positive x and positive 3, you have to add the negative to each of them. So it would be negative x and negative 3. So x equals 3. I have actually always enjoyed doing algebra. For me, algebra is like spare time, a fun little thing to do when you actually have time to do something fun. I know most people don't actually enjoy doing math for fun. When I was really little, I would sometimes take my old school books and erase my math books, not any other ones, just the math ones, just so I could do some math at home for fun. So, yeah, I've actually always been this way. I find it fun and interesting, but I do know that most people do not enjoy math as much as I do. I'm also not, I don't feel like I'm as smart when it comes to math sometimes as well, where I actually don't always fully understand it if it gets higher in the levels. But I guess my kids are still at a young enough level that I can enjoy it and I can figure it out. So for lunch today, I decided to make the chicken and rice. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking the skin off of the chicken and the bones out and only using the meat and frying it. And with the bones and the skin, I'm actually going to be making a tiny soup, more like a broth for us to have. Technically, if I make food this way, I can use the same food to make a few different meals. What's the word, sweetie?
It says it's like, it doesn't say school, it says SOCIAL.
It's social.
Social?
Yes, it's social. If you look at the graph, you can see at the top there, it says social studies.
Yeah.
And I told you that said social studies.
The words much.
You're supposed to look at the words, sweetie.
Okay. 6, 7, 8. Oh, minusing is easy. Okay. So 7 minus 6. Mommy.
What?
In this minusing area, will I have to do some borrowing? Mommy.
Maybe.
Mommy, look.
Did you finish it, buddy?
I'm pretty. Daddy, some of this might be wrong.
Okay.
But can you still look?
Yeah, my hands are very full of chicken right now. So how about you change to the next page, and I will check what you did wrong after I'm done with the chicken here. Okay? Next page, not the page before it. What does the next page say? You want to show it to me so I can tell you what to do on that page?
I know what to, I don't really know. Wait, this is counting by the twos again.
So will you do that then?
Yeah, and first I'm gonna do the money thing.
Okay, you go do the money thing, and then you count by twos.
5, 6, 7, 8. This is $8. Mommy, it says 2 minus 9. Will I have to do some borrowing?
Yep. If the top number is smaller than the bottom number, you will have to borrow. So which means you would make the 2 into a 12, and the number beside the 2, you would make it into one number smaller than what it is.
What?
The 2 would be a 12.
2. Yeah.
And the number beside it would be one number smaller than what it actually is.
Yeah, so it would be 7.
Okay.
Okay, so now 12 minus 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 2, 4, 6. 8. 7 minus 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Seriously? 2, 4. Borrowing is actually really easy, but I don't like doing it. I don't know why I don't like doing it. I should be liking doing it because it's easy.
If it's so easy, I want you to do it as fast as you can, okay, sweetie?
Okay, my lesson is almost over.
That's good. And then you're going to have to do your language arts yet.
I know, and it's not language arts, fix it grammar. Fix it grammar is so fun and easy. But actually, 11s is super easy. Do you know why?
Why?
It's like, I'm not looking at the paper right now, and it's 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99, and 110.
That's right. And then
11s are super easy.
And then 121 and 132.
Oh. Whoa. Mommy's smart. Yeah, she is. Counting by ones is typically just counting, right? Yeah, because counting by ones are super easy. And you know how to count by twos without looking at a paper? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12. You're so good at it, but you did a little bit of it wrong.
Yeah, you're right, Kaylee. He is really good at it.
Oh, yeah, that's what I
In here is the soup. This is an onion. I'm just going to let this boil with some spices. This will probably be on the oven almost all day. This is the chicken. I'm going to fry it, and we're going to have this on some white rice. This is the rice. I add butter, salt, a third the amount of rice than what I have water. This is the rice. And on this side here, I put the soup. And like I said, it's going to stay on the oven almost all day. It will be boiling here throughout the day. The chicken is in the back here as it is finished, which means we are almost ready to eat. Our lunch is fried chicken, sort of like on a frying pan, and rice. As you can see, my soup is now boiling. We are done lunch and the dishes are done being cleaned up, and I'm about to have a coffee. This is my coffee. Now I'm gonna have a coffee and I will be reading a book. So the book I'm reading right now, it's called Competent To Counsel. What I'm going to be doing is I'll be following along with this book, and it's actually going to be reading it to me on Pure Lego.
Let us turn to Scripture. Therefore, to discover what directions Christ, the King and head of the Church, has given concerning the counseling of people.
So I think I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any comments or questions, you can put them down in the comments or send me an email. And please subscribe and like my videos. And I just want to say I really care about all of you who are watching. I think about it, and I want to be an encouragement to all of you. So I really hope that you can feel God's blessing and be encouraged as you watch my videos.